There aren't many areas of retirement planning that cause strong debate, although annuities can cause strong feelings and be quite divisive. Whilst I've not met anyone who says they absolutely love annuities, plenty of people like them, and many people have very strong feelings against them. But what's important is if you're going to use them or discount them, is that you understand them before you do so. I'm not here today to tell you that annuities are good or bad. I'm just going to provide you with some information and some things to think about. My name is James Purnell. I'm a financial planner, and I started working in the annuity industry around 20 years ago. So I've worked with a range of clients and I've heard many people's concerns. Before we start, let's just run through the two main types of income you can take from your pension scheme. Now, there may be other types, but these are the two main types: annuities and drawdown. Now, an annuity provides you with a guaranteed income for life, and there's many options you can choose around that income, which I'll come on to shortly. But one of the key things with an annuity is it is inflexible. So once you set it up, that's it. The annuity will pay for you for as long as you live. So if you live to 100, it will pay your income until that age. With drawdown, you're investing your money and taking an income flexibly. So you can increase your income, you can decrease it, you can stop it, you can change your income to fit your needs. But if you overspend and your money runs out, that's it. One key thing to remember is you don't have to choose drawdown or an annuity. You often can choose to do a bit of both. So potentially you could use half your pot for drawdown and half your pot for an annuity, or a split that was suitable for you. Now this means you could use part of your pot as the annuity to provide a guaranteed level of income to meet your essential needs, and then use the other part of your pot for drawdown to use it for discretionary expenditure. People often think or say, I'd rather be in drawdown and have my money invested, as it will probably do better than being an annuity. Now, of course, that is possible, but with any investment, there is the risk that markets could go down and you could run out of money sooner. I often hear people say that annuities aren't good, they want to have their money in drawdown and exposed to the risk, yet they often hold much of their non-pension assets in cash and don't want to invest them because they're risk averse. So it's about making something that's right and suitable for you. You should receive a pension statement from your pension provider. In fact, you should receive one every year. Now, maybe you have just filed them all away unopened, but if you did read one, you'll see in the pension statement, it gives you an income figure of what your pension may provide you. Now, this is usually an annuity figure, and it's set on a basis that may not be suitable for you. And it's also often set on a generic person rather than you as an individual. So when you get to the time when you want to look at purchasing an annuity or considering one, it's important to shop around to see if a better rate is available for you. Annuity providers will take into account all your information and potentially give you a better rate based on how it looks and calculates your life expectancy. Even a small detail like a postcode can make a significant difference, with some postcodes paying a 10% higher income figure than other postcodes, depending on the desirability of the area that you live in. Now, you might think this is across the country and there's significant differences, but actually you can even see this in individual towns and cities. Other things to take into account are health details and lifestyle details. So if you have any medical conditions, this potentially can enhance your rate, along with obesity, smoking, and alcohol consumption. The most common concern I hear from people is, I don't want to give all of my money to a pension provider, get run over by a bus, and then them keep all my money that I've spent my entire life working for. And who in their right mind would want to do that? So there's many things you can put in place with an annuity to stop this happening. On a very simple basis, you could set up an annuity so that scenario could occur. But you can also put other options in place to stop it. So a common option would be a spouse's or dependent's pension. So you can say, when I pass away, I want my spouse or partner or dependent to receive 50, 60, 70, 100% of the income for the rest of their life. Whatever amount you choose is suitable for them, and that's something you'd have to work out based on your expenditure. Or you could look at other options like guarantee periods. So a guarantee period is paying out for the minimum period. So for example, if you put a 5-year guarantee period on your annuity, if you passed away within that 5-year period, it would pay for the rest of that 5-year period to your beneficiaries. If you were to live for 40 years, it'd still pay for those 40 years, but it's putting a minimum in place for you as a security. Now, often you may find that putting a 5 or 10-year guarantee on your annuity has very little impact on the income because the annuity provider expects you to live that long. But obviously, if you're putting on a longer term, whether it be 30 years or more, then potentially it could have a significant impact on the level of income that you receive. There are other options to consider as well, including value protection, and it's important that you understand all these options when you're looking to purchase an annuity. Nearly everybody I speak to says when they're looking to set up an annuity, I need an income that increases inflation for the rest of my life. Now, maybe that's the case for you, I don't know. But one thing you have to consider with that is that if you put inflation protection on your income, it means your income will start off lower and then increase in payment each year. Whereas if you have a level income, it will pay the same amount for the rest of your life. Now, with a level income, as it's not increasing with inflation, it means each year, technically, it will buy less as everything gets more expensive due to inflation. You need to work out, if you take an income with inflation and a level income, what point do they cross over and the two levels of income meet? And secondly, the cumulative impact of that. So how many years does it take for the total amount you receive in your bank account to match the amount you'd received on the level basis? Also as well, you're probably going to have state pension come into payment later on. So do you want an income that's forever increasing, and then when state pension comes in, you have a hike in income? Also as well, many people in retirement do more in the earlier years and less in the later years. So do you want a higher income at the start or later on? Another factor which can impact the level of income is the frequency of payments. So whether you have them paid monthly, quarterly, semi-annually or annually, and also whether payments are made in advance or arrears. So advance meaning you'd have your payment paid on the first of the month, arrears means you'd have it paid at the end of the month for the month that's just been. Now often arrears pays higher than advance. So again, if it's something that's suitable for you, it's worth exploring those options and seeing if it potentially pays higher income to you. So this is just a high level overview of annuities, and there is plenty more to consider before you decide on whether one is right or not for you. If it has sparked some interest, I hope it's been useful for you to understand how annuity can fit into your retirement planning and how you can potentially look at getting a better income or a higher level of income, taking into account health details, lifestyle details, and the different options around annuities as well. Also, key point being that with an annuity, you can do part annuity and part drawdown with your pension, so you don't have to choose one or the other. You can do a mixture of the two. I also hope the information and discussion around death benefits, should you pass away prematurely, has been helpful to you as well. If you like the video, I'll be really grateful if you could like it, and if you love it, well, please subscribe. And if you didn't enjoy it this time, well, happy scrolling.